Sampang.
Of course
Poor
was the
old Rolf
first
Harris.
choice. Could not have performed better last year.
Can I just point out, it's great to see you all.
Yeah, hello, Sam.
But that when I delivered that joke last year, I didn't just list all those names. You know, there were other names that I mentioned with jokes. It wasn't just me listing names for a minute before finally getting to a
It
punchline.
sounded
Bill.
like you just listed them and then got the poor old Rolf.
It's great to be here
Do you
too.
like
It was
Pangy?
wonderful to get an update from the Melton Football Club. I can't believe you didn't read out the ladder, Bill. And what are the best players?
Yeah, the brothers were all the best players, the 10 of them. Do you like hearing and watching yourself?
Before we get to that, you just sat through Rappy. That's how we start every show.
Yeah, good.
What would you give Bill by way of some feedback on that?
Don't do it. and the other one is for JB to just come in, just let him do that on his own. He doesn't listen anyway.
he doesn't.
So you just come in at 4:10 for the first break.
I agree.
You just, that's fine. You
Distance
do whatever you want.
yourself from
You just
that.
do whatever you want.
Keeps the people updated out there.
I don't think so.
They're right. They know everything.
I like the one when you listed was it a tennis result?
Yeah,
And then Rev
Alexei.
said he had the audio.
Yeah.
It was just the commentator saying exactly what you'd said because it's no highlights. It's the audio of whatever you were announcing was
Alexei.
useless.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I hadn't heard it beforehand.
no, well, why would you get in early and listen to the grabs before they're
Because
played,
Rabsy
Bill?
should say that. I didn't even know. Or even little Joey out there tells me we've got audio of that. That would have been a nice heads up for the commentator. Do you like listening or watching yourself on TV?
Well, how am I listening to myself on TV?
Well,
Am I closing
radio.
my eyes?
Radio.
No, I don't really.
No.
I don't really.
No. either
And
do
you
I.
shouldn't either.
No, I don't.
No,
I don't.
not many people do, Bill. You know that, don't
I
you?
think some people sit
No,
up
mate,
there
it's-
and love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I had to watch recently. I had to watch myself back.
Yes.
Last year's opening monologue, and there's last year. Not many people made it this far, but later on in the night, I did my own in memoriam package, JB, where I celebrated or paid tribute to some of the shows that we
dropped
won't
off.
be seeing
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
And so I do. I'm going to do that again this year. And so I just wanted to see how it worked and all that. And it was like, oh man, it's mortifying.
Yeah.
You can't. It's not great to watch.
You did a great job. It was
Bloody
and
oath,
universally loved last year. So did you, when they came and said we'd like you to do it again, did you have a think about can I climb that high again, or
Everest?
did you go bring it on? It's mine now.
I had a lot of fun last year. I generally enjoyed
Yep.
it. And I wasn't. We took it on as I'd never done it before, so it was exciting to do. So I have no expectation that it would be received as well. But if I enjoyed it last year, so I'll do it the same amount of work, and we'll go and have a good time in the night and see what happens. But it may not be as good or as well received and all that sort of stuff.
Who have
JB.
you
What
got
are
in the
gonna do?
crosshairs?
Hey?
Carl Stefanovic. I know you gave him a nice clip last year.
He's always a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's whoever's there. You
Yeah.
know, I think Ray Mars celebrating his 80th
not
birthday.
Ray again.
Yeah, he'll be. I'll
Poor
just
old
pay
Ray.
tribute. It's all with a smile and with love. I give him. It's all there.
Do they crack the sads? But
No one did last year.
people get offended. You know that.
People thought that Kerry. I think I said something like Kerry Ann Kennelly going on. Kerry, I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. The show where you tune in to find which celebrities haven't been topping up their super.
Yes.
And then I
Well, he
said,
went on.
and then I said hello, big hello to Kerry Ann.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
And then they cut to Kerry Ann. She's laughing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fine. It's all
Good.
fine. There was no one,
Good.
that had me up against the wall
I like it.
afterwards.
No, it's good.
Speaking
You
of
did-
topping up his super, another Logies gym. That's not bad. It'd be good for the super. This be a good paying gig. Oh, you do it for free.
What are you asking me? How much I'm getting paid?
No, I wouldn't ask you that, but it'd be a nice little whack.
From Channel 7?
Mm.
No, they're paying purely in massages this year.
that's it.
It's very...
That's it. And
Very
therefore,
different.
it is a good whack.
Exactly, it's going to be. No, I have genuine concerns about coming back for the second time because I saw your performance on Front Bar a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
Jeez, it was
Whoa.
ordinary too, wasn't it?
Whoa, that had such a speed too about it, Bill.
Yep.
Just a little
Speed
bit of what are we all back here for? Like there's no new stories.
yes, there are. You hadn't heard the one about the.
You knew your first car. I hadn't heard that one.
No. Hangy, what we noticed
Thank
was
God I was there.
you brought him on when you knew the Olympics was gobbling up most of your audience, and it was a throwaway show. Wasn't it?
You described it the performance as pedestrian at best, and I said that's beautifully worded, James. I just spot on, mate. I didn't.
I'm glad I was
expression-
on.
Were you? Were you
Oh,
really on?
yeah.
You phoned it in, I think, is the way to describe
Yes.
it.
Oh, I said more than
Perfect way of
Stevie J.
describing
Hopefully he didn't put an invoice in, did he?
I didn't know. I didn't think Stevie J was mic'd up in the first break. Yeah. Well, anyway, it's good to be back.
It is, and you're doing a few gigs around town. I see you're.
Yeah, you'd be proud of me. I popped down to the local comedy club in the city called the Basement Comedy Club to try out some of the Logie stuff, Bill.
Did you?
Yeah.
How many people were there?
It was about 80 or 90.
Yeah.
So it's a nice little room.
Good.
And just, got some, it's good to say some of this stuff out loud.
Exactly.
And then, hear the crippling silence at the end of this. They go, oh, I might not do that one. That's great.
But that's good. You can do that.
No, bloody oath it
Go
is.
back to somewhere like that and give to the basement. Well done, Sam. I like that.
Look at the stupid frown he gets on his. Like,
It's just,
Give to the basement.
give
yeah.
to the basement.
Don't even,
Anyway, I'm not sure he'll still be here, but let's see if we
am
can
I
get
sticking
Pangy
around?
Yeah. We got 4 segments
You
with
sure?
you.
I've got another segment in me.
Now, Pangy, Bill has asked me to play this because he said it was the best thing he said on the front bar.
Can I point out too, by the way, both great forwards of great Geelong players. You played centre forward, didn't you, Bill?
What? Mixture.
Yeah, and you were
I was a half-forward flank.
yeah. You're the same. He's taller than you, Bill.
Well, you get older, you shrink. How old are you?
Honestly,
How good's that?
Mr. Cheap
You must be 240 years old.
he thinks it's the funniest joke anyone's ever told.
It's once again, every time I come in here, JB, I give you when I leave, I give you the biggest hug. I go, mate, just keep going. One
I
day
don't
at a
know how I
time,
do it.
1 day at a time, 1 hour at a time, one talk break at a time.
Well, that's what the great Stephen Kernahan said to me the other day after he came in here and Fat was just off tap. He goes, JB, how do you do it?
Yeah.
I said, I actually don't know. I actually don't know.
It's just a genuine menace.
Speaking
Well
of
done,
the great Stephen Kernahan,
Oh,
of course,
I
you
love it.
blues, Pengy.
Oh,
And now I know we're talking about it off air. You're not as manic as Hughesy and those boys, Andy Lee and Murray and all of them, but you still love the club. What the bloody hell's going on there?
Why are you genuinely asking me a question? Do you
Jim.
think there's not enough, analysis footy shows on that are covering the topic?
No,
Is
but
the Talking Footy going to cover it tomorrow night?
You have a different outlook, which I actually quite like.
What was it? I'm a very rational supporter, and it seems as though that there's a lot of injuries,
There is.
which I know people go, well, I don't want excuses. They go, well, there's a difference between something's an excuse or a genuine reason.
right.
So if there's injuries to your club, how can you be any good?
You should be on one of these footy shows. That's fantastic.
I don't think there's another one. I don't think that the landscape has another one in him. I see.
Pangs footy talk.
We might workshop the title. I see JB on a Wednesday. Because talking
Channel
footy
7,
and
yes.
Channel 7, talking footy and front bar are
Offices
we're
are pretty
brothers and
close.
When I
brethren.
went in there, there's no picture of Jim up on that main bit.
Or
There's
Pengy.
Brian
Yeah.
and there's everyone else there, but no Bruce and everyone else.
Not
but
like
no.
you not like you and your Channel 9 days,
Oh,
network star.
Had
You
my
were-
own car park right there.
well, by the
It
way,
was Ray Martin, but I took it.
don't worry about car parks, Bill. You know how many people at 7 have sacked recently? I had no problem getting a park in at 7.
Exactly.
But I walked in one day, there was 150 new parks that day. It
Was
was
it?
unbelievable.
Just
Yeah.
take your own
One
pick.
day. It was unbelievable.
Pengy spends more time with us show than he does with his own show.
Because I've got, I know those guys, but seeing JB
Yes.
and
Joel.
Tim and Joel and Koch.
Koch.
Oh, you call him Koch, do you?
No, I don't. I go with Trent and Joel. I don't do the nickname thing.
Don't
So
you?
have I ever called you?
Fat.
No, I don't do that. That would be.
You just called me that
It's
then.
overly familiar. We're not that close.
What?
Yeah, good. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I know you played 6 games for Collingwood under 19s.
Oh
or
my
whatever,
God.
Then you went to Sebastopol,
Yeah.
and then you went to Tongala.
Why does it always turn into this as your life every time I come in? I don't understand.
He was involved with the Tongala Football Club in the Golden Valley, okay, Jim?
Very good league.
He remained in the city holding down a range of odd jobs and received a small fee for his football services. Is that correct?
Well,
That's
What
Wikipedia.
do you mean I remained in the city? Like I lived in the city. Yeah.
Yeah. And what kind of odd jobs were you doing?
I worked. I've worked in the bottle shop,
Yeah.
Clifton Hill Hotel,
Good,
and then
good
I was
boy.
a waiter at the Spaghetti Tree.
Were you?
Yeah. Absolutely. There's one time a guy came in the spaghetti tree.
Spaghetti tree.
As an institution. Yeah. And the guy came in and he
Yes.
said, I said, what do you want for your entree? He said, I'll have a spaghetti bolognese as entree size. I go, oh, no problem. Wonderful choice, sir.
Yeah.
And then he said, what do you want for main? He goes, I'll have the fettuccine bolognese. I go, mate, what do you... I go, right, no worries, mate. Okay, cool. You love your bolognese. For dessert, what do you want for dessert? Lasagna?
Pengy,
very-
you are on a show that I love
Yes.
called Thank God You're Here.
Well, tomorrow night, it's back.
Tomorrow night, and you're on tomorrow night, and I think you're on one later in the year. Tell us, because I love the show, I love the format, but I also look at it and go, that as a performer must be terrifying because you've got no idea what's on the other side of the door.
Nothing at all. No idea. They give you, there's about 2 minutes where you get into your costume, and
So
that's
that
when
could
you
tell you something.
It could.
Yeah.
It could, but put it this way, for tomorrow night, I think it's 7:30 on 10. I put I had my uniform on, whatever the costume is.
Yes.
And I had 2 minutes before you go through the door. And what I thought I was wearing, or the character,
Yep.
it was not.
What it ended
It
up
was
being.
not end up being. So it didn't help me at all.
So you didn't go that well?
No, I think that's a fair summation. That's a good way to put it. A bit like you on front bar.
What a shame we didn't have him on Thursday or something so we could critique that. We've got a new segment here, Sam Pang. The drip tray.
Oh, my
Well,
God.
that's not new. That's my segment on front bar.
But the
Man, there's a lot of buzz about it too, JB. Mate,
I like it.
sponsor, possibly spin off,
Yes.
whatever.
Spin
I
off.
need a tea towel, but I haven't got it. A drip tray with Pang and Bill. See, this is a new one. Here we go. You ready?
What are you going to do? You can drip train
Oh,
me?
I'm drip traying you. A reverse here.
Can't work it out.
No.
Yep.
Now, you should know the question. What's your favourite colour?
But you can't. I finish with that's the big closer. That's the big
I'm
closer.
starting well.
By the way, I remember your answer.
What was it?
Green.
Thank you very much. Green. A lot of people like green.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, my God. He's now gone and
It's
got a tea towel.
with lemons on it.
Favorite color, JB. You'd be very surprised at some of the answers.
Yes.
A lot of people like green.
Yeah, what do you like?
Yeah, green.
You got to answer it honestly. Just don't.
How will you ever know if my answers are sincere or not, Bill? Ask
Well-
me my first car.
First car.
A 1986 Toyota Corolla.
Oh,
The problem was, JB,
yes.
wasn't 1986 when I got it. It was about 1999, and it had 300,000 clicks on
That's
it.
all right. You're just struggling young
Yeah,
comedian.
I still am a humble jester.
I should have got in. First girlfriend's name.
Fiona.
Good.
Fiona
Like-
Fang.
Fiona Fang with Sam Pang.
Yeah.
Pang and
I've
Fang.
said that. It's come up before, and
I like it.
it was grade 5, and I was very, very excited by the fact if we got married,
Yes.
that Fiona would only have to just add that little dash to her F to have Fiona. I was a bit presumptuous that she would change her name, but whatever.
Exactly.
Grade 5.
Hyphenated wouldn't have been.
Pang
Hyphenated.
Pang. Or Fang Pang.
Yeah, exactly. We had decisions to make. You don't have to do the teeth. You don't have to do the teeth, mate. It's all right.
It's just not. It's not capable of behaving.
What's your favourite food?
Well, Chinese.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
So you've got to be honest here with me. All right. Favourite drink?
Alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
Let's go alcoholic.
By the
What
way,
are you?
Rabs, just
We are on air.
Turn
Yeah.
JB's mic
No?
on if you
Yeah.
want.
Alcoholic. What's your favourite alcoholic drink?
I'm partial to red wine,
A red.
but by in a park, 4-litre cask, just by myself.
And your favourite TV show?
Growing up, that's I'm just assuming. Growing
I'm
up,
not
it's more,
following yours, but favourite TV show growing up.
a t-shirt growing up.
Wrong with him?
Favourite TV show.
Your favourite
is
T-shirt.
unbelievable.
No, your favourite T-shirt.
My favourite TV show growing
TV
up was.
show, thank you, Pete.
Well, it would have
Always
been
said
like
it.
Miami Vice.
Really?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love mine.
Don Johnson and
Don Johnson and
Dan Johnson. His brother Dan.
they're the they play for Melton. Oh my God.
His brother Dan was
Philip
at the
Michael
back of the
Thomas.
boat.
Philip Michael
back.
Thomas. Crockett and Tubbs.
Were they?
Yeah.
Starsky and Hutch.
Don Johnson.
It's a different
now
show.
You're just saying, just
Don
shows.
Johnson and Dan Johnson.
Don Johnson and Dan Johnson.
In the back of the boat. You didn't see him a lot. You did not see
Dan
him.
Johnson.
Yeah, Dan. Down the back. Just just to clean the boat.
Dan Johnson, Don's brother. We can't go on
No, we
anymore.
can't.
We're not
I'll get you out of this. The
inflicting
Logies,
any more
Sunday,
of this.
Yeah, when
7
is it?
o'clock.
Actually, when
it's
is
on
it?
Sunday.
What
Bill.
channel?
Well, it's up. I'm a bit worried. It's up against old episodes of Miami Vice with Don Johnson and Dan Johnson.
It's in Sydney too at the
It is
start.
Channel 7, 7:30.
Yeah, like last year.
Yeah.
That's not new news.
Yeah, well, it is this year. Sunday, the 18th of August. All the best, Pang, because you're
dates-
our favourite.
The date's important. It's the 18th of August. That's the big one.
I'm sorry, Pangy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, apology not accepted, JB. That's it, mate. Sorry. Thanks,
This
guys.
Sunday, Sam Pang is hosting the TV Week. Logie, 7:30 on Channel 7. The red carpet starts at 7. Can we leave with you, please?
No,
Dan
What? Can you what?
Can we
Johnson.
leave with you now?
I'm coming with you.
No.